Nobody lowballs like AC Milan do. AC Milan, we are master at this. It became a meme by now that AC Milan is lowballing any player possible. We don't give a shit. We will offer you the worst possible. Is this what they teach at Harvard? Technique of negotiating, dealing, making deals. This is it. So it's not a secret now that AC Milan has basically no budget, despite our beautiful, stable and sustainable business. But, we can't buy unless we sell. This is the rule of AC Milan. So we buy. That's why we bought Ricci, because we sold Reinders. Modric was an opportunity. We sold Hernandez. We still didn't replace him. I read today that the idea from AC Milan was to get two fullbacks for 15 millions each. So like a total of 30 millions, 20 millions maximum 20 millions per fullback. This is the plan of AC Milan. Obviously, with these kind of prices, you can't get Nuno Tavares. You can't get the good ones, right? It's hard to get those good ones unless you see an opportunity, and that's why we went for that Archie Brown. That it was perfect because it was like 8 millions, 10 millions maximum. We had it. We had the guy, but then we let him go. From my side, he's a kind of a wherever because I didn't really know who the player is. We lost the Kaipa because he's gone to Brighton. We always move too late because we wait. We do the first offer. The first offer is usually ridiculous. Did you see the first offer that they did for Estupinan? Estupiñán from Brighton. Good player there, Estupiñán. Is an option that I do like despite his injuries. And we'll have to see about that. We'll talk about that. But they offered, depends now on where you look at, but the number is like 12 or 14 millions. This is the first offer of AC Milan. Masterclass. Furlani masterclass. Okay, rumors are that Brighton wants 30 millions. I don't think that they want 30. I think it's more in the middle, like 25. So 20 to 25, you could close this deal because they just got the Kuiper. So he's not maybe seen as a starter anymore. Obviously, going from Brighton to AC Milan, I don't know if it's positive because at this point, the players don't really find AC Milan appealing, unfortunately. But obviously, the first offer, it will get turned down. And they will laugh at us. But how... Sometimes, as an AC Milan supporter, I am ashamed of my team. You know, when you see something happening in the world and you cringe for that person, that friend that is doing something really weird, and you kind of cringe and you would want to disappear instead of him. Sometimes I get that with AC Milan, because all these offers that we do, we became a meme. That's not a good thing. Sure, it's good for the content because, it's AC Milan being memeable. At least you can laugh about it. But when you take it from a serious perspective, it's laughable what we do. Because we always offer so little, and obviously they will deny the offer. I don't know if the plan from AC Milan management is to just at some point the other team you're dealing with will be so frustrated, so tired of dealing with you that will just say yes. Fine, 20, 18 plus months, okay, but just don't talk to me anymore, Furlani. Don't talk to me anymore. Maybe this is what I imagine. Well, just imagine being a club and you get an email from AC Milan. It's they're offering 10 million for Mbappe. What do we say? All right, this is what it is. So, who are the two new names of today? These are names that I like. I like these names, and I will be happy to have one of these players in AC Milan. One is Estupinan from Brighton, and the other is Fran Garcia from Real Madrid. So Fran Garcia wasn't really well regarded from Real Madrid supporters because basically for a lack of technique or confidence with the ball on his feet. But playing at Real Madrid is not easy, and Real Madrid wants the best of the best because they always want to win Champions League. We just want to reach the fourth spot. We don't even want to win Serie A. Fourth spot is fine. It's fine. You the customer, just whatever, right? So Fran Garcia did though an amazing run into the FIFA Summer Cup. I watched the Real Madrid games, and Fran Garcia was actually very good in the role of a wing back under Xavi Alonso. So I would be happy to have someone like Fran Garcia. He's well regarded as a player that always gives his best. He works hard. It's a good player, but it's not enough to be a starter in Real Madrid. Think about that. But in AC Milan is more than enough for our situation, right? So that's kind of the dream. But we're going to offer what, 15 millions? 10 plus bonuses? I don't know. It will depend on the player if he wants to leave, and if we can find a deal with Real Madrid. Milan and Real Madrid have a good relationship. I think they still have a good relationship. So that might be doable, but we will have to see what we do. And then Estupiñán, we did the offer that is stupid, 12 to 14 millions. So that's a straight no from Brighton, obviously. So we might offer more and reach those 20 millions, and maybe they will let him go. Estupiñán is a good profile as well. Is quite different, say, from Hernandez. While Hernandez is more of a creative dribbler, he likes to go and shoot. Estupiñán is more of a possession, crossing type of fullback. He's got good numbers with progressive balls. He's in the 82nd percentile of progressive passes and carries into the final third. In the crosses, he's in a good spot. So he is there. Does not assist very much, but is there to build the attacks plenty. Okay, he is really strong in the air. He's got more than 60% of aerial duels won. He's got a good numbers of interceptions and tackles as well, and the high numbers, and a really nice number of ball recoveries. So he can do that as well. So he is a good profile for AC Milan, even if he played more of a pressing based team like Brighton. Is good at pressing, so he's good with that kind of team. I don't think we're going to press that harshly with AC Milan this year. We might be way more careful, so we don't know what he will be tasked with from Allegri, overlapping runs and crosses, I don't know, assisting Leao. We will see what happens if he comes. So between the two, I would prefer Fran Garcia. The problem with Estupiñán is the injuries. So he's injury prone, and we need a starter that is reliable as hell, because you can criticize Hernandez for a lot of things, but he barely missed matches. Hernandez, together with Leao too, because Leao as well, were really, really tough. Really tough. And it was a miracle, because if you remember the Pioli era, we had injuries every other day. Every week before the match, there was an injury, but Hernandez wasn't one of those. So we need somebody that can stay there. Also because we do not have a proper replacement. Again, we're going to have to find some replacement, but we don't have time and resources to do so. So I don't no, Emerson Royal might end up staying. So Milan tried for Doué, the brother of the PSG player. Well, they offered like 18 millions. They said no, they refused because it's too low. You see how it goes every time. In the end, I don't know who will accept those 18 millions. Maybe Estupinan or Fran Garcia. And on the right, I guess we stay with Emerson. At this point, we could have kept, Walker, because Walker, like it or not, it gives you some solidity. I think like the problem of Walker was the parties. So parties too much, and Milano is not a city that keeps you down in that respect. So that's probably the main reason why AC Milan ended up not sticking with Walker, okay? Because Walker didn't do a bad half a season with us. He was consistent, he was solid, he didn't push too much, but, he stayed there, he was there to defend, so that was a little bit of defensive solidity that we lacked throughout the whole year. Also talking about Yashari, AC Milan doesn't want to pay those 2 millions apparently, so we will see if the difference is really 2 millions. I think they will push, or they should push, because if you really want the player and you can, complete the midfield somehow, because we have also the striker to get, the fullbacks, we have a lot of stuff to get still. I don't know what they're waiting for, but now they're looking into Javi Guerra for the usual offer, 16 plus bonuses, like under 20 millions. We are like Uncle Scrooge. We are the Uncle Scrooge of football teams right now, and it's sad considering the story of AC Milan. It's kind of a sad thing, but we are champions of the spreadsheets, but we are stingy as fuck when we have to buy somebody. Jesus Christ. And now the rumors of Mendes getting into the negotiations to lower the price of Estupinan. Like, yeah, of course. Tare, we don't need Tare. We have Mendes. Mendes is the one that does the market for AC Milan. But unbelievable. Vabbè, we got no money, my friend. Until the next one. Ciao.